Hi, I'm Sam Wolanyk, and today on the 5-Minute Bark, I'm not trying to convince you of a goddamn thing, but I am going to tell you about Bitcoin, which is something you've heard of. You probably don't own it, but you probably will. And the technology that underlies it is going to change everything in society.
I know you've been always talking to me about different currencies and how you actually want to try to create a currency, and you've worked very hard at that. So you're very familiar with this, and I wanted to kind of give my audience a perspective. I guess we'll call it the Sam perspective. Of what's going on right now, what they can expect, what is money? I mean, we kind of want to maybe even reinvent or revisit what money is here today on our show. So why don't you give us a little background on your experiences with money and your, I guess, definition of money?
Well, let me start by going back to something that you said, which was that I was trying to figure out how to start my own currency. Because that's really kind of central to what we're going to talk about today. I spent a bunch of money, developed a website, put together all my marketing materials, had my software written and purchased and in place and everything. And then and that took me like 3 or 4 months to put that together. And then I spent the next probably 2 years not flipping the switch to turn it on, because I couldn't figure out a way to do it so that if it was successful, I wouldn't end up with a bullet in the brain. So I never launched it. And I knew about Bitcoin back then, and I just kind of disparaged it. I didn't think it was anything. And about a year and a half ago, the light bulb finally went on for me, and I finally understood what Bitcoin is about and the technology behind it, and realized how it or something like it is going to change everything in society. It's going to completely change the way that the world is organized. And that's when I started buying. I knew that the fiat money system, which is basically a system where you have a bunch of people in power who say, this is money because we say so, and there is nothing you can do about it. That's all fiat currency is a bunch of guys, a bunch of men with guns who say, this is money and you will use it and nothing else, or else. And what I tell people now is that what I realize is that Bitcoin represents the end of the or else.
You're watching the 5-Minute Bark podcast on YouTube. If you like this episode, you just may like many more. Subscribe today by clicking the red subscribe button in the top right-hand corner.